I was hoping your chat room, they actually looking at charts every now and then.
Hey, Kim.
How you doing, David?
Good. How are you?
All right. Okay. Okay. Now do you think now do you follow their recommendations or what? So you're not making the same trades that they're making. Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. Now what happens? What happens if you get in the trades exactly when they get in and get out exactly when they get out? Do they tell you? Yeah. Follow them and see what happens, man. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now when you go on your own, are you looking at the same companies they're looking at the trade, or are you just looking at you're finding companies on your own?
Hey, guys. Hey, we're going to get started, okay?
Okay. All right.
Hi, David. Hi, guys.
Hey, hey, Joe.
Hey, how much long are you going to be on the road, Quentin? Okay. Okay, because I'm gonna drop off and get on the Zoom video that starts at 7. As soon as that's over, I'll just give you a call back. All right. All right. We'll talk to you later.
All right, guys. Let's get started here. We're getting some background noise.
Is it coming from my fan?
Yeah, it's gone now.
Okay, it's not me then.
Okay.
Not me either.
All right. How you guys doing?
Are doing all right. Had pulled off some pretty good trades over the last couple of days since we talked last. Did really good on Netflix today.
Okay.
Picked up some options for 250, and I sold some for 11.25 and sold some more for 21. Well, here, I'm sorry, that's the wrong dates. Sorry about that. Hang on. Those aren't wasn't the ones for today. The ones for today, I picked up Microsoft, some options for $1, sold them some for 240. I'm holding some until tomorrow. I got bailed out on my Netflix trade that I made the other day. And because of Netflix rise, because of Tesla, I was in Tesla. I did pretty good on that one. Roblox, they had a really good trade in that one today. Picked up some options for 25 cents and sold the majority at 180 and also 380. Wow. Got some of those contracts left. I had a one with Netflix. I can't. Yeah, I guess this is it right here. Netflix, the 640 calls, picked them up for 250 and sold some for 11.25 and sold some more for sold some more for $21. me see. That's not it.
The entries and exits and give you pointers on it, movement and stuff like that.
You can't see nobody? Or they just showing the screen? I heard them talking.
Yeah, I
Hey
could see him.
guys,
There you
hey,
go. But he should be coming up. But yeah,
I think
hey
I see.
Leon, hey Leon,
yeah, Dave.
hey, how you doing?
Hey, all right. How's it going?
Good, good. I think we might be getting some background noise from your end.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can turn it off.
Okay.
Yeah, Dave. So for
Okay.
the most part, I've been following the indices and following a few stocks that have been doing really well. I got your message today about the dollar yen pairs. You're
Yes.
getting a sell signal on that one now.
Yeah. So let's start. We'll start looking at. Tonight is really on for stocks. But we'll take a quick look at Monster Scalper and the peers because they're closing. Okay, they're giving sell signals. We had a nice run up. We'll just go through those pretty quickly. We had a nice run up in the yen pairs, guys, and I think it's probably done for now. So if you look here, and this is on the 240. Hey guys, check your background noise.
Oh, that's my noise.
Okay. All right. So the dollar yen, guys, give a sell signal, right? So here was our buy signal, our sell signal here. So we're out of the dollar pair, the dollar yen, rather, the dollar yen. So we're out. Okay. The New Zealand yen, here was our buy signal. Here we are right now. I would wait on the dollar yen, but based on what's happening with the other yen pairs, I'll be concerned. Okay, if we get a white candle here, I would close. These pairs have gone up quite a bit. Okay, so I mean it's risky right here, but I mean this is a nice run up. I would take profits, definitely take profits off the table on New Zealand yen. Pound yen, same thing here, right? Buy signal here, we all the way up here. We've got a white candle. We could bounce back. And what I would do, guys, if I would take profits here, wait. If it looks like it's going to retest this resistance, I mean, you could get back in. But with the other pairs closing with the dollar yen giving a sell signal, I would be concerned. The euro yen, that gave a sell signal here. So here was our buy signal. Here's the sell signal right here on the dollar, on the euro yen rather, euro yen. So we would be out. Okay. Swiss yen, it's still holding, right? But we've got purple support and resistance. And again, with the other pairs giving sell signals, that's a concern that the other pairs might follow. CAD yen gave a sell signal. So CAD yen also gave a sell signal. Here was a buy signal here. Here was the run up here. And here is the sell signal on the break of this support right here, sell signal to be out. So we should be out of the CAD yen. Aussie yen, buy signal here. We getting white consolidating candles here. If we break this support right here, guys, we'll get a sell signal to get out. Okay, so we've got about four yen pairs with sell signals. The other one are testing support, trading near that the moving average right in here. So just be concerned, take profits. And we'll look to see what else will rotate from here. But it looks like the trade is done for the yen pairs for now. Okay, so we should be out, take profits, and we'll wait. Okay, that makes sense?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. So as far as Forex, we're just gonna wait, take profits, and we'll wait to see what develops. I think we might get a move in either the dollar, but I don't know the dollar, man. It's been trying to move higher and then get bounced back. But perhaps the euro, we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see. Okay, but for the yen pairs there, for right now, we should be out. The VIX, what we're looking at as far as equities, the VIX, guys, is looking really good. Right now, the VIX, and as you guys know, when the VIX, as the VIX comes down, that's really good for the equity markets. Okay, so when the VIX index, volatility index, right here comes down, the market tends to go up. The stock market tends to go up. Okay, the lower the VIX, the higher the market tend to go. All right, the higher the VIX, the lower the market tends to go. So right now we're at 16, which is low for the VIX. A very low number, which is this area here, is 11, right at 11. This area in here is right at 10. You guys see that?
Yeah.
Okay, so right now we're at 15, guys. So that's very bullish. All this area in here is very bullish. So we are testing this support area in here, this purple support line right here. So we're in the redistribution phase. If we can break that support line right here, and then we could get down in, the VIX can get down in about the 12, 13 range, which is extremely bullish. So that's good for stocks, okay? That's very good for stocks. Let's take a look at the indexes. We did get a buy signal. So a buy signal on the Dow. So a buy signal on the Dow on a break of this resistance right here. So right here is resistance. This is all-time highs, guys. So it is all-time highs right here. So we're breaking that. We've got a buy signal right here. So that's very bullish for stocks, okay? Very bullish for stocks. Once we get past this area in here, extremely bullish. On the S&P, we also got a buy signal today on the S&P on a break of resistance. And it's very close, but right here, here's our resistance line. You guys see this here?
Yeah.
Which is also all-time highs. So right here, got a buy signal, perfect buy signal, lining up with this resistance, and market's looking really good. On the NASDAQ, we do not have a buy signal yet. Okay, so here is resistance here on the NASDAQ. So the NASDAQ is a bit far, it's farther away. All right, farther away. So we've got to get past this resistance here to get a buy signal on the NASDAQ. But we've got it on the Dow, we've got it on the S&P, so things are shaping up really nicely going into the fourth quarter for the market, okay? Let's take a look at the sectors, and then we'll take a look at individual stocks. The top sectors right now, I'll move this over. Energy is still the top sector. But we've got other sectors that are coming along nicely. All right, here we are. Can you guys see this okay? The sectors there?
Yeah.
All right. So we've got, if you guys look here, this is a good place to look, right? To get rather than looking at the chart, it's good to look at the charts, but right in here, you can get an idea of what the indexes are doing too. So we got a buy signal on the Dow yesterday, and guess what? Here it's up, okay? Here we've got an S&P, a buy signal on the S&P, and it's up, and the NASDAQ is moving higher, but again, we're waiting on a buy signal on the NASDAQ. Here are the sectors. The top sectors, we only had, I believe, prior to the market moving higher, I think we had 4 sectors that were up. Now we got a lot more sectors, guys, that are moving higher. Okay, a lot more sectors that are moving higher. The top sector right here is energy. So this number right here is our trending indicator. The higher the number, the higher the trend. So energy is number 1 right now. Okay, energy. The next sector, top sector, is technology. Right here, technology. The next one is real estate. Right, so that's moving higher here, waiting for buy signal in these. And then materials right here. All right. Stock boss, we get a lot more stocks in stock boss, right? So a lot more stocks in stock boss. And also bull master, a lot of, and not a lot, let's see, a few energy stocks in here. Let's see, as far as energy in here, a couple of energy stocks in here. Kim, you won KOS, right?
KOS, yeah, I traded that one a couple of times. The one that did the best for me recently was SUN, which was Sunoco.
Okay.
And I've had a couple good trades in Devon Energy, DVM.
Okay. Anything you guys want to go over?
There's one thing, not to hog your, the time, but can you do something for? I want to show these guys something, and something that I've learned from you too, David.
Okay.
I think it's really important. Can you look at a long-term chart, like a 5-6 year chart, 10-year chart on a TRUP?
All right, let's see here.
TRUP. It's a symbol.
Okay.
And yeah, this company right here. Now, can you expand that out for a little bit longer time frame? Maybe like 10 years or something like that.
All right, let's try.
Do a weekly, yeah, weekly, a 10-year weekly.
Weekly.
Would be fantastic. Yeah.
That's better?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
this is something that I learned from you, David, and also too looking in the book.
Okay.
Anytime when you get those long time periods where you're trading in the range, when you break out of that range, the moves are much more aggressive than it would be if you trended up for a long period of time. You can get a really nice move over a long period of time when trending up, but when you trade sideways, like that chart shows right there, and you get a breakout, look how aggressive that move is. In this particular stock, what they do is, believe it or not, sell insurance for pets, for dogs and cats. And that's what it's called, Trupanion. And but look at where David's buy signal, the last blue arrow. Yeah, look at where that blue arrow is, and look how aggressive that move was. And my point that I'm making is that when you trade a stock like that and you see it continuing to move up, don't make just one trade and get out. You go back to it until you get a reversal. And in this one, you can see it took a long time in order for that trend to reverse.
That's a good point. A lot of time, guys, when we look at these stocks and for whatever reason, let's say it came up on heat seeker, or we've done some fundamental analysis or whatever, and we're waiting for it to break out and it doesn't break out, we tend to give up, right? We tend to give up at times, and then we look back and it's like, wow, we missed a pretty good trade. Understand that when the price is testing this resistance, we are constantly testing this resistance, right? Constantly testing resistance, constantly testing support. So here was our buy signal here on a break of resistance, price failed, okay, broke support here, we got a sell signal to get out. Okay, we never take it personally, guys, when we take a loss or we get a sell signal, because that's just part of the process, right? We're constantly testing resistance and support. So here was another buy signal. So this was, now this is the weekly chart. So this was 2018 buy signal here, sell signal later that year. Every candle here is a week worth of data here. Okay, so we tested, and look how awesome this is, right? I think it's pretty cool. I think it's pretty cool that, hey, price made a move above resistance. The buyers came in. We got a buy signal right here. I don't know if you guys can see that. Can you guys see that there?
Sure can, yeah.
The buy signal right here to get in. Price failed. We got out with the sell signal. Okay, 2018. So buy signal, sell signal in 2018. We never got another buy signal, guys, until 2020, the beginning of 2020. Price broke resistance again. We got another buy signal here. Price hit support. We failed. We got out. Okay. We got a third signal. Okay. When price broke resistance. Okay. And now we got in and we took the trade here. Okay. And price broke support. We got out here. Okay, and now guess what? Price is consolidating between a wide, this is a wide support and resistance here, and we don't have a buy signal yet to get in. Okay, so always remember, we're constantly playing with support and resistance. That's where all of our trading will happen, right? Between support and resistance. And what we're looking for is a break above resistance. This is where most traders fail. Most traders are trading within this consolidation, right? So what we do is we anticipate the break. If it fails, we get out. We anticipate if it fails. However, if it breaks out and it catches a trend, we'll stay with it as long as possible. This is a wide, okay, this is a wide move here. And this is why this support level here is where the system got out, okay? Sometimes this will happen, okay, but usually we'll get out, the system will give us a sell signal right about in here, okay? Right about in here. But if the volatility comes fast and spikes, okay, it might gap down, it might take us down a little further. Ideally, this is what we want. And it's not perfect, but this is what we want. We want where price, rather than spiking down with a lot of volatility, we want just a gradual move down, consolidate a bit, and then break support. So we have a nice clean, you guys see that?
Sure do.
You see that? Yeah, that's what we want. We want price to kind of consolidate, hit support, and then get us out. We don't like the big spikes. Let me find another one here. That's another one here, right? Nice buy signal, price consolidate a bit, move down, hit support in this area here, got us out right here. All right, but that's a good example of Cam, of staying in the trade.
Yeah, when you have those long sideways moves, when you get a breakout, a lot of times the breakouts are very, very, very aggressive. Very aggressive.
Mm-hmm. And what's happening is what phase is this? We've talked about this, guys. Well, so what phase is this? What phase is this? What phase is this?
The reaccumulation phase?
Well, no, it's accumulation, right? Reaccumulation would be up in this area here. So that's accumulation.
Ah, okay.
Okay, accumulation. So think of accumulation as the the hedge funds, the institutions are accumulating. That's why that move is so powerful, because they're building, they're adding, they're building blocks of shares, blocks of stock. Okay, so they're building. They just think of accumulation, right? They're accumulating, they're adding. So when they finally take it up, that move is going to be powerful to the upside from that accumulation, and then reaccumulation from there. Okay, anything else?
Well, if nobody else have one, if you can bring up a chart on Netflix.
What's the
Or
symbol?
better yet, instead of Netflix, why don't you look at why don't you bring one up in Tesla?
What's
That
this?
was Tesla, TSLA. That's one I've been watching for weeks, and we finally got a pretty good move up, and now we touched the all-time highs again today, along with the Dow Jones and along with the S&P 500. What time period is that over?
That's the daily.
Daily, okay.
So it's always good to do your research and your analysis on the daily time frame. And then you can move it down to the lower time frame. Why do you guys think that is? Why would we want to use the daily time frame to do our analysis?
Because on the lower time frames, you got a lot of noise in there, right? I mean, I call it noise, but it's not as solid. I'm trying to put it in words, but the lower time frames, you'll have a lot of ups and downs in there, and it doesn't show you the steady trend.
Yep. But in addition to that, the hedge funds, the institutions, the trend followers, if you guys look at your trend following book, and you go through that book, you'll notice that all the charts are daily charts. Okay, so if you go through that book, you will notice that all the charts, they trade on a daily time frame. Okay, so all their levels, guys, the levels that they're watching are on a daily time frame. So they're watching support and resistance on a daily time frame. Okay, they're watching price on a daily time frame. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, so when they're looking for consolidations, when they're looking for breakouts to the upside, all their work is done on a daily time frame. Also, their systems, so our trend followers, right, that use trading systems just like we do, their systems, okay, and if you notice in the book, it's the systems are given buy signals on the daily time frames. Okay, so when the systems are taking, okay, when the systems are taking trades, triggering trades, right, those are all based on buy signals on the daily time frame. Okay, so we go ahead.
What's the name of the book?
It's called Trend Following by Michael Koval. Trend Following by Michael Koval.
You want me to grab mine, David? Put it
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
Okay, just take 1 second.
Yeah. And we have it on the website while Kim is doing that. We've got it on the website also. So if you go to the website, it's right.
Okay.
Right here, Trend Following. You see that? By Michael Koval.
Yeah.
Okay. Highly recommend that book.
Excellent.
You've got yours, Kim?
Let me see if I can get it up so you guys. can see it.
Yeah,
Good job. Nice, nice. All right. So we want to get that book. So what happens is this, guys, all the hedge funds, I mean, you might, and they have different systems too. They might have a swing system that might work on a different time frame, but the majority of them are watching the daily. And what their systems will do is they'll wait for the end of the day, okay, end of the day, and their systems will trigger an end of the day signal. Okay. All right. Thanks, Kim. Okay. So try to do your analysis on the daily. Okay. Try to do your analysis on the daily time frame. Okay. So you'll see what the same thing that they see. All right. So if we take a look at Tesla here. So this is the all-time high, right, Kim?
Yes, it is. Just touched it today, right about 900.
Okay.
And that's the stock, that's included with the stock adjusted split that they had about, what, 6 months ago or so? Last
Okay.
year, I can't remember when it was. But yeah, all-time high today.
Okay. So guys, looking at this here, looking at this chart, and I we always want to go back to the system because this is how we gain trust in the system and in the process, right? So if you guys were to look at this, tell me what happened here. Tell me what happened here. As if you think as a trader, okay? What happened here? Because
Okay.
guys, I see a lot of craziness in price, right? I see a lot of craziness in here in price. I see a nice upward trend in here. I see some consolidation in here and then upward trend in here. I want you guys to understand, and we'll keep going over this over and over and over, the power of what we have here. Okay, the power of what we have here. Okay, so here was the buy signal here on Tesla at 472. Okay, and then here was the sell signal here at 786. Right, so buy here, sell here. We're never going to get the very bottom, okay, because we need a break of resistance, and we're never gonna get the very top because we need a break of support to get out. And that's the meat of the trade. We call this the meat of the trade. And that's absolute perfect trading here. That's absolute perfect trading. You guys see that?
Yeah.
Yeah. You do this enough, you learn to trust the process here, and it really makes a difference in your trading. If you look here, right, there isn't any trading to be had in here because we don't have a what? What don't we have in this area here?
A signal?
A what?
Signal.
A signal.
A signal. What else? We don't have a signal, right, from the system, but what else we don't have? What else don't we have?
Yeah, we don't, the range is real wide, but we don't have a clear breakdown in price and a clear breakout in price. to the
Yeah, so-
upside,
yeah,
break
so-
of resistance.
Exactly. So here is really resistance here. Here is support. So we don't have a trend, guys. We don't have a trend. We don't have a trend. So this is not tradable. Right? It's not tradable. So guess what? We did not get a buy signal. It wasn't until here, right? We had new support and resistance right in this area here. New support and resistance, right? And price broke with this resistance here. Look here. Look here. Price came down to this support, held the support. So we did not get a sell signal. Price held the support. And then guess what? We're moving higher now. This would have been an extremely difficult trading environment for any trader in here. Now, a good trader would have gotten this here, gotten this run, and perhaps got this here. But if they had if they had traded this area in here, it would have been extremely difficult for them. That makes sense?
Yeah, I got both on the left side, that big move up, and I got on the far right side, the large move up. And I got very few trades in that area there you said is not tradable.
Mm-hmm.
I was fortunate on a few Fridays where I got some good down moves and made good money on buy and put options. But yeah, that time period was like pulling your hair out, trying to figure out which way it's going.
Very choppy. And what we want to do, guys, when it's doing this, guess what? We are not trading it and we're on to something else. Right? So we're on to something else. So rather than spending our time dealing with this, okay, that's not tradable. Guess what? We move on to something else. Okay, so we limit our risk right here. Okay, try to hold on to our capital. Okay, and put it to work somewhere else. Okay, that's moving. Okay, so if looking at this right here at the all-time high, what can we anticipate based on the system now, not what we think might happen, but based on price action and the systems, what can we anticipate happening here?
I think it'll continue to continue higher, and because we broke above resistance, and today I watched it, and we just didn't have any sign that this thing was going to retrace at this particular point. I didn't see anything that said it was coming back down again.
Absolutely. So what would have to happen to pull back on this trade? What would have to happen?
Oh, you mean for it to really reverse and go in the downtrend, you'd have to have a change in sentiment. And so far, that's just not there right now. So
based on the system, what would we have to have?
Probably more like a reversal with a consolidation with a white arrow going down, and then maybe a break below support, and then you'll get a red arrow going down.
Okay, so red candle or white candle. And then what type of support and resistance? I think the support and resistance might be perhaps the thing we want to look for now. Okay, so if we get just remember, yellow support and resistance, guys, that's bullish. We can keep adding. That's the reaccumulation phase. Okay, the reaccumulation phase. The big thing we want to be looking for, even with the white candle, we might be safe. But if we get a purple support and resistance, right? Like here, that's a change in direction. So Cam, you're right? We want to look for a change in direction of the trend. But the way we do that, okay, is through a purple support and resistance, A purpose support and resistance, remember, will give us, it tells us that they're lower lows and lower highs. So they're lower lows, price is making lower lows. See here, lower lows. Here's a low here, a lower low here, a lower low here. Okay, a lower high from here to here is a lower high, a lower high, a lower high, lower high. Okay, so just remember, purpose support and resistance is a major clue that price is changing. Okay, until we get the white candles, that's consolidating. That doesn't mean that there's a change in direction. That makes sense? It just, all that means is that there's a change in price within the trend. A purpose support and resistance mean that there is a change in direction of the trend. It's turning over. That now that doesn't mean it can't continue to move higher, but for the time being, okay, it's moving, it's reversing, lower lows, lower highs. So the critical thing we would have to look for here is when we get a purpose support and resistance, then we need to be cautious. That makes sense?
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, so until then, we just keep adding. Every time it breaks, like here, every time we get a new, we could have added here, added here, added here, added here, you know, and then here we would have stopped adding positions. We get a sell signal here on this break of support. We close all our positions and we're out, we're done. Okay, so we have to, when we are in these trades, guys, what we're doing is once we're in, we got a buy signal. Now we've got to manage the trade. And a lot of it is mental, okay? Because if we don't follow this process here, then what most of us will do, if not all of us will do, and I'm guilty of it too, is I will look at my account, and I'll look at the P&L. I'll look at the up and down in the P&L, and that will drive you nuts, right? It drives me nuts. I'm guilty of it too. Right? So what we want to do is when we get in the trade, try to stick with the process here. You see here? So we bought here. Here's yellow support and resistance. Once we got a purpose support and resistance, guys, right? Once we get a purpose support and resistance, just know that anytime now, price could make a move to the downside and we'll get a sell signal, just like here. See here, here's another one here. And it's a good idea to go through your system, constantly go through your system. See here, buy signal here, yellow, yellow, yellow support and resistance, white candles, purpose support and resistance. We got a sell signal here. No more green bullish candles, all red candles. Now we got a sell signal, we out. And guess what? Okay, that makes sense. Purpose support and resistance down in here. Okay, so think of purpose support and resistance as bearish, right? Price is turning over, okay? And we're now in bearish territory. So here for Tesla, Kim, that's what I would look for, okay?
All right.
Okay, just purple, as long as you don't get even if, you might get a white candle. I would be, be concerned about that. But really, if you get a purpose support and resistance, boy, you want to start looking to take profits. Okay. Let's put in Ford. We missed a couple of trades this week in Sniper Trader. And part of that was the market. And with Sniper, we really want to get in on Fridays, get out on Mondays. I mean, really, that's the trade. So we'll find sometimes that it might take a bit longer for the trade to develop. Okay. So we missed some opportunities. Okay. We missed, if we had stayed in a bit longer in Ford, we would have captured some profits there. Okay. But don't feel bad about it. This week is not a normal week for us with earnings. Okay, there's a lot of stuff going on in the markets with earnings, so the moves might be delayed a bit. Okay, but the trade that we're looking for in Sniper Trader is in on Friday, out on Monday, because we want that pop on Monday. With earnings, that the news are coming out a bit later. Okay, so we missed some of these bigger moves, but don't feel bad about it. LI was another one too.
Ford, I've been in that one for a while, a long while.
Yeah. Okay. Apple. We went Apple. Okay. I think we got out right in here, and it moved up. Okay. So don't feel bad about it. This is not a usual week. Okay. And Snap, we're in Snap. This was a special trade we did with Snap with earnings after hours. Okay.
Yeah, after hours, David, I think the stock was down about 28%.
Yeah, it got crushed. It got crushed. So hopefully we'll hold. They don't expire until next week. So we'll see what happens. Sometimes, guys, you know, the earnings are great and the stock goes down. And then sometimes the earnings are bad, and guess what? The stock goes up. So we'll see. What I like here is that if you guys look here, now with Sniper, we don't do a lot of analysis. Okay, we basically going on the what the institutions are buying. Okay, on open interest. But what I like here, if you guys look here, okay, so it's a nice upward trend in Snap. Okay, a lot of consolidation in here. Okay, a lot of consolidation in here. So here is resistance right in this area here, and then here is support. I doubt with data that the overall trend with one earnings, that the overall trend will change. Here is support and resistance right in here. Okay, so I doubt, you know.
Was David, was Snap were the earnings released now after hours today?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't see that. Okay.
So yeah, so they missed earnings. So yeah, the stock after hours, the stock is down. At one point was down 30%. Okay, which is which is big. That's a big move. But with the market moving higher, we've got buy signals on the S&P. We could get a move. So we will hold it till next week. It could gap down. It probably, I'm sure it will gap down. Okay, but then we might get a move back up to the upside. It might do something like this right here. Okay, or this right here, and then move higher. So we've got some time. We'll hold it. We've got some time. It doesn't expire until next Friday. But the last earnings on Snap, there was a 1,000% move in some of the options. Okay, there were some big moves in the options. Okay, so I don't think that's going to happen this time. It's down pretty low. But if we can get it to recover, you never know. You never know. So I think we got the 70, 79, I think. And I think some of our traders got 76, 75 in this area here. So we'll hold on to it. Anything else? All right. If nothing else, we're going to call it a night, guys. Okay. Nothing else?
No, thank you, David.
Okay.
Thanks very much.
So things are looking up. We've got a buy signal, guys. This is huge. We got a buy signal on the Dow, buy signal on the S&P. So we're looking good. And the VIX, most importantly, the VIX is coming down nicely. So it's good for the markets. And then we made some decent money with the yen pairs, right? You guys did good with the yen pairs. So very good. We'll look to see what else. We just have to wait and see which other group now will be the next leader for Forex. So we'll wait patiently for that. Okay.
Thank you, David.
All right, guys. Take care. Have a good evening.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.